The show pick we are going to pick today is the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Tennessee Titans. Just on the sheer fact that Jacksonville has to have that game. I think Jacksonville is more talented than Tennessee. They have played slightly better Tennessee. You know, Ward finally starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in the NFL. But Tennessee has nothing to play for. Jacksonville does. It was a hard decision for us to come to because we actually want to continue that streak and actually get a winning record before the end of the regular season, rather. But that was the one that we had the most agreed.
The least pushback, let's say that.
I was trying to think about the most political way to say it, but the least pushback is exactly it, Gov. Well, what did you guys have thought this week on just the spreads, the DFS landscape? It's been I feel like I'm behind, but I think everyone feels behind. And,
I'm still so full of turkey, I can't talk. It's just...
Exactly.
I put up generational numbers at the Thanksgiving table, a Hall of Fame level performance at the Thanksgiving table.
Oh, I do have to shout out our guy in the Discord, Vegas, on that absolute psychotic betting slip hitting.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was so crazy.
For an absolute G to win 20K is just an amazing.
Yeah, it was like $25 for 20K. It was the first touchdown
Dontavian Wicks jersey is necessary and in order.
Yeah, it was like 2+ touchdowns for Wicks.
It was Wicks as the first touchdown scorer, the last touchdown scorer, having 2+, and Tesla having a touchdown at some point.
Not only will he have
absolutely psychotic play.
Not only will he have a Wicks jersey, but he should have that framed. He should maybe have a statue outside of his house of Wicks. Especially in the way it happened, because if I'm not mistaken, it was off a challenge. Like they had to review it. Like, can you imagine the sweat? I mean, seriously.
And the first one was 50-50, the first touchdown. So it was like, just insane for that to hit.
Since we're on Thanksgiving, we'll just say quickly, I was actually all over the Wicks. Wicks is one of my favorite Packers. I know it sounds funny because of the rivalry and everything, but as a DFS player, I've just kind of embraced the player empowerment move. So I know Donnie was all over it too. Unfortunately, I was on St. Brown a lot, so that ruined that. But that's incredible to have that kind of streak.
I was a couple points, it felt like, off of cashing heading into that last game. I had my full game stack hadn't played yet going into the last game on Thanksgiving. And I had a Lamar Jackson stack.
Yeah.
So I didn't cash. I had 3 20-point receivers, and I didn't cash. 1 30-point receiver.
St. Brown. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I didn't play St. Brown. I avoided St. Brown. I avoided most of the fails except Gibbs. Gibbs was my only fail. Everyone else skyrocketed heading into the last game, and I had Lamar Jackson. And Mike Gesicki dropped a touchdown, and Mark Andrews didn't get his.
That's really what it was, I feel like, for myself personally, was I had a lot of that late game. I had a lot of the Detroit game, and then I had a lot of that Ravens-Baltimore game. And not enough.
Galaxy Brain should have just played Monty instead of Rashard Smith in our cage match. Definitely Gal Brain.
It wouldn't have helped. It wouldn't have helped.
It wouldn't have won it, but I would have avoided an actual fucking 0 that I knew I put in my lineup. I would have avoided that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's. I did win by 4.
Donnie crushed it. Took a bunch of steel chairs over the head. I landed on the tacks through the cage. It happened. It's all good.
Gov's just saying the antacids would have tasted a little bit better. He would have been able to digest it had he not got the 0 as all.
It's like that 0 hurt because it's like that was all or nothing, and I didn't need to take it there.
Yeah.
There were other plays.
So, do we have a number generator? Because we're up against the clock out here, and we have a lot to do yet.
Oh. 4 plates of food I ate.
Well, have you been able to look at the slate at all? Because I'll be honest, I did a little bit today.
I have my workbook filled out, so I have enough info from that.
Yeah.
We'll see where we're at.
I trust my process, and I've done this enough times that I feel like muscle memory will take over.
Exactly. Like I've got my sheets filled out on muscle memory, basically. Like this is the data I look at, so now I just need to take it and watch a few shows over the weekend.
Which is the beautiful thing about what we do here, because we all have our own individual process, and we just plug it in and do the show. So you guys will see it more in real time now. Donnie, do you have that number generator up?
Yeah. So Gov did 4. What was your number?
I'll do 14, and because St. Brown let me down, maybe he'll give me some.
I'll do 99 just to get on the complete opposite side. 74.
Oh, okay. So I will go last, but that means I get the first pick in the lineup. Oh,
yeah. My first pick. I mean, I just feel like, considering the injury news, this line is kind of criminal. I get it, but 3.5 points for the Texans when Daniel Jones is going out there with a broken fibula and his drop back just looks so bad in the warm-ups the other day. I'm going to just say Daniel Jones might die out there, and I'll give the 3.5.
You can't say the dude's going to die on Thanksgiving.
He might.
I know it's Black Friday, but good God, dude. This isn't South Park. We don't need the red wedding on Black Friday.
Usually I'm grim, so maybe that's why we're friends, Johnny, but I did not expect you to go there. But Donnie's thankfulness is gone. He's on the Black Friday, clearly. Yeah, I don't know why Daniel Jones is playing, but he is. Wouldn't this be a good time to rest him? I don't know.
You would think. I guess you maybe play him this week against the best defensive line in football, arguably.
Maybe it's not.
See what he got. It could be a chip, I guess, in the fibula, but even then,
exaggerated. But it just sounds bad. It definitely sounds like I won't be playing him in Draftkings. That's what I X'd him out. I'm just not playing a lot of that game at all. It's my pick, right?
Yes.
So the show pick was my idea because that was a pick I really enjoyed a lot. I think that's a good one. But I will take the one I like the most because it's available on the board, I believe, because they haven't played yet. I will take the Bears at +7. They have a great opportunity with the Lions losing. Ben Johnson, coming off that 50-point loss to the Lions, would love to kind of stick it back, make sure they get in the playoff, put our chances at a decreased rate. And you're going to give me 7 points, so they don't even got to win the game. They just got to be competitive. They have all reasons to be competitive, so I'll take the Bears at +7.
Yeah, and an offense that goes inept every other quarter, it feels like, against the Bears, should be able to get 7.
It does scare me, though, since we won't be talking much about this game, that most of the linebackers for the Bears are out, so this could be a heavy run script game for Barkley to get right, but 7's just too much for a playoff team, in my opinion. I can already tell Guz's wheels are spinning. I know what he wants to take care of.
I get 2 in a row here, so I need to make 2 real good ones right now. This is Thanksgiving. Teams who are the teams that really need to make statement games?
I'm sure you got it pulled up, but I'll go through the list as well.
See, I kind of liked that Houston pick. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I personally think the Eagles need to make the statement game. I would go 100% against you, honestly, and take the Eagles on the other side.
Go ahead.
Not going to do that.
You're 100% right about both teams.
It's a good way to catch ground, to be fair. You need to catch ground. It's not awful.
It's not wrong. You're not wrong, Donnie, but I'm not going to do that right now.
I'll say this: it might be the most important island game we've gotten all year for the direction of the NFC.
What I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to take the Falcons to cover against the Jets because the Jets are awful. Like, let's be real. I might play some Tyrod Taylor this week just because of the stack and the value and the volume that seems to be there and the matchup against Atlanta. But Atlanta is the one that, like, they're on Cousins. Like, these are two shit teams. It's a field goal game. I feel like whoever wins by a touchdown. I'm willing to take the Falcons.
I can see that. The content I was watching this week was like, how many times do you think the Falcons-Jets game is going to be on the red zone? Like, this is just the awful game that no one wants to digest. The least amount of eyeballs will be on it. It's just bad. But I like your reasoning. It's not bad. Like I was trying to tell Donnie, like sometimes when you want to build a beautiful house, you need a good basement. And unfortunately, like I do think I'll be playing some Jets and DFS just because they do have a good floor at basement pricing. But outside of that, I'm off this game.
Next thing I will take. You really want a statement game. How about I take the New England Patriots?
Yeah.
On Monday Night Football.
I really wanted
that one. They will cover that spread against the Giants.
Was it -7 or 7.5?
Now? Yeah, 7.5 I have. Is 7.5 on DK?
7.5. I didn't even know what it was because I'm so locked into like trying to catch up on the Sunday slate. I've kind of forgot about the Island games up until I actually have to think about them. That's a good number.
Like I think New England can win by 10 here. They've beaten a lot of bad teams and blown them out. They've been the good offensive team. They're coming off the bye, correct? Or who did they play last week?
They played last week against it was a like weirdly tough game. I forget who they played though.
The fact that we forget just tells you how much of a Wild West kind of week it is.
But
I forget who they beat last week.
It feels like
they're biased. They played the Bengals. That's right. They had a tough game against the Bengals.
Yeah, weirdly tough game against the Bengals where Burrow was kind of practicing a lot of that week, but we knew he wasn't going to play because he was going to play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And I was going to mention the reason I like this, Gov, is because usually when you see a coach get fired, you see like trick plays, you see players getting up for the coach. They know their jobs are on the line. But the Giants basically had their Super Bowl moment against the Lions. They pulled out all the stops. They pulled out all the trick plays. I think they ran like 4 or 5 trick plays in that entire game. Obviously, the big ones that you guys saw in the highlights are the ones that worked. But they literally threw the kitchen sink at us. Almost won, probably deserved to win, if I'm being honest. I think against a really good Patriots team, they're not going to get those kind of shock factor kind of plays. So I think this number is actually too low. It should be more like 9.5 to me.
That number is very much influenced by the last week results between the Patriots kind of looking and then the
Giants looking just like God tier. Like Jameis is a goddamn cheat code or something.
I will say the Patriots defense has not been the same since Milton Williams went down. That is a huge.
Jameis might be a glitch, but he's not a cheat code. That's what I'll say. That
is Jackson Dart even potentially playing? Is that why
he's playing? He's trending towards playing.
Okay,
that might be helpful or not, because you get a very athletic and exciting rookie, or you get a very exciting backup.
And they're already telling him.
I think New England comes in with the right game plan, the right personnel, and is like statement game on Monday night, because it's essentially like they've had a tough game against Cincy, and then they get a mini bye with the extra weekday, and they get to enjoy Thanksgiving.
And they go into the bye week knowing, like, if they win this week, they know they have a bye week, and they go to Buffalo comes to them.
New England's one of those week 14 buys like Carolina.
Yeah. So if the Patriots win their next 2, they like clinch the division. Exactly. So that's like probably in the back of their head as well.
Yeah. So I could see them coming out and putting up 40 tonight or 40 on Monday. So like I'll take that. Give me the Patriots to cover. Those are my picks.
Logan, your next
After
one.
you, Logan.
Okay, so I also just going to play a team that I think needs to win, has all reasons to win. I think the Commanders are a dead horse. They don't want to be beat anymore this year, but unfortunately they're facing a good team in this week with the Denver Broncos, who has to look good, I think, at some point. Like they want to have a showcase game to be like, hey, look, our record has been good all year. Our performances have been mediocre, but we're actually a good team. We belong in the playoffs. Like I don't think they have that belong type game yet. This could be a game where I feel like they win by 10. So the fact that it's only -5.5, I feel like I don't know what. Maybe Vegas fell asleep. That doesn't usually happen, but 5.5 just seems too low.
Denver literally hasn't looked good all year. I mean,
I know that, but the Commanders I think are like at the same level as the Jets without Daniels. I mean, I honestly do. I wanted to believe in the Commanders.
Yeah, those are the teams that Denver looks bad against, to be fair. Those are when Denver's had their bad games.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm betting on that defense. If they're like Bo Nix can't do it, he can't look good. He can't make us look like a playoff team. Maybe the defense scores like 3 touchdowns. I don't know. I feel like 5.5 is Denver is easily going to cover that.
Yeah, and I feel like we all kind of have the same strategy: attack the teams that need to prove something.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna stick with it because just give me Buffalo -3. Buffalo knows they're in a tough spot already. Kansas City just lost. You want to win one more and basically knock them out completely. And Aaron Rodgers will be playing this week. Hindered Aaron Rodgers. So give me Bills -3. That's a
not
good way to
freaking injured at Thanksgiving. Seriously.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is like 50 and out there. So,
Well,
I mean, that's a valid thing to say.
Yeah, you went dark with Daniel Jones. Now you went 50 Shades of Grey. You got it covered this week, man. I do like the -3 with the Bills because Josh Allen has to look good. He's still got an arm. I feel like they got to look good. There's a quiet whisper that McDermott can't save his job unless they go deep in the playoffs. So that's another reason that I think they gotta look good.
Yeah, McDermott really is coaching for his job this year, and I think it's gonna show. But lineup builder finally. I have such a disgusting dummy lineup that I want to see if you guys even mention some of the same plays.
I have reserved the contest. I haven't actually put a lineup in for it, but I believe I can just create one here. I can. So bear with me for a moment, but let's make
10
sure.
games. One on the right, top corner.
Yeah. Usually I notice, but with all the games, with the being 3
there's
games.
So many different slates. There's a 10 gamer, 13 gamer, Friday, Saturday, Friday, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's a weird weekend.
Yeah, I was actually surprised they didn't put the game today on the Thanksgiving slate. I thought they might do that, but they didn't. Speaking of the lineup builder, we talked about being behind. All your content creators are behind. So I do think this is a week where if you want to try something different or you want to go against projections or you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not fully prepared. Well, guess what? I don't think anyone is fully prepared. You got to remember content creators, people that put together projections, they were also on Thanksgiving break, at least on some capacity. So I do think this is an interesting week, and some of the ways to play. And I feel like a lot of, correct me if I'm wrong, because I always, the Lions are always on Thanksgiving for me. But I think this year specifically had a lot of superstars on it. We lost Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, this was the best Thanksgiving slate we've ever had, teams-wise.
Correct. I thought so, but I didn't want to be biased because, I always play on Thanksgiving. But, we lost a lot of, not even, good players, superstar DFS players this slate. So I do think this lineup builder is going to be very unique. I'll get to it now. It was my pick first, right?
Gov's pick first.
Oh, that's right, because we go reverse. Gotcha.
Okay, I'm looking right now. What should be my first pick? There's not a lot of confidence. I'll say that right now. So I think the only real high confidence thing I know is I should probably just trust the chalky running backs.
Yeah.
So of the guys pulling chalk right now in the matchup I like, I think is this guy chalky? Because he's in a good matchup. I'll go with that.
That's what I'm saying, Gov. The computers are still working, but everyone running those computers is a bit behind. So
give me Breece Hall.
He is supposedly chalky this week at only 6K.
He's in a solid matchup against Atlanta. They are not great against the run. And I'm not just saying that because Rico's running the fuck all over them.
And we do know when Justin Fields did have a positive game for the Jets, like when they could run the ball and when they were actually, competitive in games, Breece Hall was very much involved. It's just we didn't see very many competitive games. Now with Tyrod Taylor, I do think it calms the offense down, and this is a good matchup for them. I could see Breece Hall working out here. It's not comfortable,
like I said, I'll be playing Jets, but I do still think Atlanta covers in this game. So I might get an Atlanta, bring back it later in one of my picks. We'll see. But now it is up to you, Logan.
I was going to jam in Mitchell or Mechie. We talked about last week. I was going to go right back to it, but with Breece Hall, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to stack this game at all. So with that being said, I'll go somewhere else. I don't think this player is particularly great, but I think he is going to get a lot of work. I don't think Kamara is there. The Saints owe us some money because I do think our lines would have cashed had Kamara played at least, decent in that game and not got hurt. I will take Neal, though. I don't think he's, like I say, particularly great, but he's going to get a ton of volume. Obviously, we'll have to pivot.
That's another really good matchup, too. Like, I'm not against that.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that
it's
weird.
It's not a sexy pick, but it allows us to hopefully get some more glamour picks later on. And it's a slate, like I said, there's not too much superstars available. So now we actually have superstar money, I feel like, to pay up for whoever we want. So, Donnie, we opened up the board. You might puke, but we did open up the board for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something a little crazy. I don't think it's the greatest matchup, but I think these are two teams that kind of like this. The game plan has to go through these two guys because one team is definitely not going to be able to run the football, and that's what they want to do. So start off with George Kittle. I think he's going to be huge for this game plan. Brock had an awful day last week. The goal for the Browns is going to be stopping that run, and you're going to have to throw it eventually against Cleveland. Kittle is that guy.
My fault.
I don't love the matchup, but I think the talent's there to prevail over it.
I like this play based on the note I had read that Purdy was having a hard time throwing the deep ball with any accuracy. He felt like the toe wasn't giving him the push off basically to get behind his throws. That's why he was basically saying, if this report was right, that he was having to basically throw with his arm completely. He couldn't really step into his throws against the Panthers. Maybe that means they're going
That's not good because he has elbow problems, as we know.
Yeah, so maybe they're going to just shore up the passing game and do more dink and dunk, which obviously isn't good for them, to win the game. But obviously all we need is Kittle here. I think that could be good for the kind of routes you would maybe look for a tight end in.
And that's just how you have to play against the Browns anyway. You just get
funnel
the
that way.
Moving. And then I can't believe he's this expensive. He should be, by the way. It's just I don't think we've ever had a tight end this high price. But put McBride in there. The volume's going to be there. He is 7,800. Was Kelsey ever 78?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was 78 in his prime.
Kelsey in the prime. Kelsey, when it was Kelsey and Tyreek there, and they were all just sort of like one of them's having 20 every week.
And now me and Johnny usually disagree on a lot of things, so it's not surprising here. But I hate this play. This will be the only lineup I have McBride in. He's a good player. I just think he's too expensive.
Yeah, he's at that point where I have to think about him at tight end because, honestly, if I'm going to play him, I'm probably playing him in the flex like you have him. And I'm probably not playing like Kittle because I want some value and I'm playing one of the cheaper Gadsden or some other tight end.
That's fair. It's a different build. I know.
Yeah, and that's where I'll give you credit, Donnie. Like, if we're going to do it, you almost have to do it with a 2 tight end build because you're building out that McBride's going to get wide receiver workload. And to your point, he might. It just scares me because now we have to get that wide receiver. Because I loved him at 5,500. But now
we played him at 6,800. We played him at 6,800 with pure confidence.
Yeah, but that's like a low-end wide receiver. Like 15 points. He needs 20 now, right?
Probably, but he's gotten that most of the year since Brissett's taken over.
Honestly, it's 78. He needs 25, 30. Otherwise, I probably can just find the money to play a Puka or a JSN, even though those guys are now 9K.
Yeah, so maybe that's what Donnie's saying. Like we're getting the same workload as you would get from a Puka, but we're getting a slight discount on it. It does scare me just because I have to trust Brissett. But you're a Patriots fan, Donnie. Maybe you trust Brissett way more than I do.
Listen, if I know anything, it's Patriots former QBs and QBs this year are the way to go.
Well, I'd rather Matt Castle than Brissett ever just touch my football. I'm just saying.
Oh, Brissett's one more, so there's that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get Jimmy G week 18.
I do think Jimmy G could get a job with Minnesota.
Ew. He's awful. So bad.
I think he could.
He's so bad.
He'd probably take anyone at this point.
Okay. So
Who are you taking, Logan?
I'm going to get some. Well, I can't do that. Damn it. I was going to do that. I was going to get Godson from the Chargers, but I realized we used up our tight end and flex. I can't do that. So I got to pivot on the move here. I'll take A-Chain. I think he's – no, I can't do that either. Yeah. I got to take wide receiver.
I would have liked to have taken A-Chain too, but it was one of him or Brees, and I honestly could play because they're chalky, but it's fine.
Yeah, you can really tell I'm behind because I'm like, I'll just do this. I will say we're probably playing the best Cardinal and McBride because I don't want any of Michael Wilson with Harrison coming back potentially. Man, I don't know. I think I'll take Devontae Adams.
Leads the league in touchdowns. I mean, I can't believe how good he's been this year. I've always been an Adams guy, but I am baffled the impact he's had on this Rams team so quickly and so often.
I'll take Adams.
Adams works. That's a solid value. Can't hate on that. I mean, he's just the massive red zone threat.
Mm-hmm.
I do think he's like Horn and Jackson are good. They're not going to have as easy of a day throwing. Like, I think this is going to be a heavy run game. I think this is Rico versus Kyron. And that's where Carolina could end up winning if it ends up being Rico versus Kyron. But Rams probably still win this game.
I do think there's some squeaky narrative on Rico because what did he get, like six carries?
6 rushes. I think he had 2 targets. They were using Chuba a lot more last game. Like it was a weird game.
And he was definitely
into Monday night in San Fran and just didn't do what we were supposed to. It was a weird offense. And like both quarterbacks had clean pockets and were still just making mistakes the whole game. It's like both teams just decided to come in and play a sloppy game.
Well, what I love about it, Gov, is he looked really good when he got his opportunities. This week, he just didn't get his opportunities for whatever reason. I think it was a mistake. immediately he started to squeak about it like a squeaky wheel narrative. He was like, "Hey, I need what happened there? I need to touch the ball." So I actually like that call a lot. I do think there's some pushback in that Rams game, and that's why I settled on Adams though.
All right, so let's see. I think what we're gonna do. I need to put in a little bit of value, it looks like. We need 2 wide receivers. We need our quarterback. No one's even tempted at quarterback yet. We all had a second time through, didn't even try for it.
I have a quarterback this week that I will be playing, but it will make you guys vomit, and I think we already have enough volatility in this lineup.
I mean, I have a good quarterback we could play. I have a vomit quarterback we could play.
I have a 4K quarterback.
And I have the one that I'm kind of wanting to play based off of what could be chalk.
Yeah.
So, like, since we're already not playing what I think could happen, let's do that one. So I get 2 picks here.
Yep.
Justin Herbert.
Okay. Our best ball shares will like that one.
And then just as much as I wanted to put in value, just put in Lad McConkey. I can't play QJ. I can't do it.
The Raiders have a new offense, so do you expect the Chargers to have some pushback with the Raiders? Like, obviously, we don't expect them to win. They're like the highest rated survival team. People are taking the Chargers at an alarming rate.
No, I think with the Chiefs going down, this is the signal to the league. Like, this is that week. Like, teams need to like win 2 or 3 games here, and they like with New England. A lot of teams are, let's win our next 2 or 3. And we're right there. We're in the mix. We're clinched. We're whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Teams know that. So, like, I think this is, again, statement week. I think the Chargers come out, they win that game handily, get that division win, get that extra win under their belt in the AFC, get closer, and start knocking Kansas City out of the fucking picture.
Donnie, you going to go with your specialty here and take the defense? Or are you going to go with a wide receiver?
We got to go cheap on defense. All right, hold on.
We're at 26 per.
Yeah, we might have to go like minimum.
So, yeah, you need to go you need a cheap defense so you can hit a 3K wide receiver, yes.
35 is the most you can have, just so you know.
And really, honestly, the Titans defense against T-Law
I was thinking Titans.
I have a lineup with
this.
Let's go Titans defense.
Yeah, it's on FanDuel, and FanDuel actually has the Titans as the lowest defense.
The other one I could see taking would be Minnesota cheap. They know
$100
ghosts in Sam Darnold's eyes.
Yeah, that $100 is huge in my opinion.
Could be. We'll see what 34 and 33 can do.
Okay, so
Cokehead.
It's my pick, right?
Yep, you get.
Would it be yours? Yeah. You're the middle person.
At this point, we can basically start to like maneuver.
Actually, I think it was yours first to pick either the wide receiver.
Yeah, it was yours to pick wide receiver or defense. And you passed it off.
So
yeah.
My thought would be to play Thornton. Basically, the Raiders have a new offense. It correlates with what we need. We would need some pushback, I feel like, with the stacks because we have Herbert. Or we pay up for the consistency, and he's starting to look better and better every week. Gov would know this, and play Jalen Coker, who looks like potentially a really good option for Young. It's like the one consistent guy that I like from that offense. What say you?
Okay, my pushback on Coker is That's exactly the receiver that the Rams are good at defending. The receivers that they can't defend are big body receivers. Like the Rams struggle against big body receivers. They lock down the short little slot guys.
Yeah. So like Leggett would be better for you in that case.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like Coker personally. I don't really like any of Vegas. I don't think I need a Vegas bring back to push Herbert.
I don't think we need a Vegas bring back.
No, Van Jefferson would be a good leverage off of people playing DK and Alomar.
Kirk got a touchdown as well with Houston, but I think Higgins is more the guy there. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
So you could take a shot on Shavers if they don't have Cooks ready to go yet for Buffalo. You could add Trey Harris. No, he doesn't get enough snaps. Let's see. I'm looking in the price range. Let's see. Who's in a good matchup in the price range? Xavier Hutchinson. No one very good. I think Coker is the best one. I'm not huge on the Vegas stuff. Beck, Thornton, whatever. I think I have to see it first to see if it's even worth it for Vegas. Vegas is one of those teams that's so bad, I'm just not willing to take a shot.
Or I go down to I go from McBride to Nico Collins, and we get the 1100.
If you're willing to do that, you can do that.
I think that's a better move. I think that makes this lineup better.
All right, and then you're at 1100, so now you're at 45 you could spend at wide receiver.
And then you end up with
now you're on chalky DK
yeah.
or Higgins.
DK's chalky
on Tez in that game against Arizona.
Yeah.
I expect DK
that's where
somewhat chalky because he's gotten so much explosive out of the special teams and they don't have much left.
Okay, so we're taking McBride out and we're going to Nico Collins with the money.
Okay. I flirted with Nico Collins, Bill, or Justin Jefferson. I think both of those are superstar wide receivers that are too underpriced this week.
Justin Jefferson's underpriced because he has a quarterback that doesn't know how to throw a football. So
that they have a new quarterback now, Donnie.
Okay, excuse me. I didn't realize 9 was out.
They have
a quarterback who has no experience throwing a football.
Okay, I will throw this out there. Just going to throw this out there since we did put Nico in at the wide receiver slot.
Mm-hmm.
So it opens up the flex at 4,500.
That's why I did it. Yes.
I'm still willing to go double tight end if you wanted to go Gadsden and make it the double stack.
I do like Gadsden. Would we get off a lad or would we play the double?
No, I would play the double. Otherwise, I would just go with chalky DK. Because we were plenty different with a lot of this lineup with our stack.
Yeah.
Our only real known piece of chalk is probably Brees.
I'm not committed to it per se. I just wanted to show it because I was going to play Gadsden if that flex was open to me. It wasn't, so I had to pivot. But so I obviously like Gadsden. What do you think, Donnie? Do you like this idea?
I mean, I'm playing DK in a personal lineup, so I will say that. But Gadsden, I'm not mad at. It makes sense.
It makes sense with the lineup.
In the lineup, Gadsden makes sense, but I also understand just playing DK. It would even make sense having a DK Titans D mini.
Yeah. Who do you think has more upside though? Do you think we need it? Do you think we need a 30-point game or a high 20s? Because I do think DK would have more of the chance to have that kind of game.
Well, Gadsden's been the one who's hit that where DK hasn't yet, so there's that.
Yeah, but I think Gadsden's more safe. I think he's safe for 8 or 10 points. DK could get you 0 or
DK hasn't had the ceiling. He literally hasn't had the ceiling. So the Gadsden's had the ceiling and the floor.
Yeah, but I guess he's got the speed. He had a punt return touchdown this season. So, like, we know he has a breakaway speed if he gets it. But the problem is he can have that Jamison Williams like week where he gets you 0. So I'm okay with this, unless you guys wanted to keep arguing it over. But I think we're good here.
Yeah, I don't hate this lineup. This looks like a good one going into the weekend. I mean, the Neal news would be like the New Orleans backfield is the only thing that I'm iffy on.
Yeah, and he was limited, I think, just because they already have Kamara out. The only problem is I've heard some people want to play Tyreek Hill because they think Tyreek Hill is going to be like the goal line running back. So
what do you
Taysom
Hill?
Taysom Hill. So, man, that guy has like 5 positions. He's like over 30 years old. I want to forget that guy. I guess I forgot his name. So I just want him out of my life.
Taysom Hill literally does get the goal line carry, so to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, you can't play him at running back. You'd have to play him at tight end.
But now he's like over 30. He's had rib issues.
He's been hurt since college. He had 3 season-ending injuries in college.
Yeah, now he's older and he doesn't have any breakaway speed. I think, I don't know. If I'm going to play any Sanders, the only guy I'm considering is Neal.
I will say, Taysom, when he has gotten the chance to do stuff, it does look pretty good still. I mean, physically he looks fine, but I'm not
playing. Yeah,
I never was playing Taysom. To be fair, I never played him. I always lost when he went off, and I'll live with that.
I could see. Go ahead, Gov.
I was about to say, I got to get ready to go here.
So. Oh, that's right. You got the heart out. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. Well, with that being said, though, we'll get out of here with this. I was leaving work. We fit this show in. I appreciate it greatly. Like and subscribe on your way out as Gov is on his way out. Take care, guys. Hopefully you enjoy the lineup builder and get some content yourself. Don't overthink this week. We have less time, but don't overthink it. That's my last advice. Take care, guys.
Peace out, everyone.